makes Australian spiders so dangerous?
It's their cunning and their organisation, Stephen. And the fact they're willing to put the man-hours in. They will stalk you for weeks. They'll look for patterns in your behaviour, and they'll strike when you least expect it. Just as you're hovering over a poorly bee, holding a shoe high, that's when they'll come and bite you in the bum.
You mean the spider is working with the bee?
Yes. The bee is saying, there's not much longer left for me, but you could have a bit of fun here. Come on. Come in and bite him.
So is it that they sort of hide in loos?
Well, not deliberately, but the only real danger they seem to threat these days, since 1981, when anti-venoms were introduced all around Australia, there are two very poisonous types. There's the redback and the funnel web, the famous funnel web.
Is it people's reaction?
There's the redback.
Is it the way that people...
Yeah, that no one has died from a spider bite since 1981. Yeah. No one in Australia. But people have been in accidents, which have been fatal, some of them, and some have caused enormous damage from spiders that have dropped out of sun visors in cars and fallen on people, and they go, "Ugh," like that, and then crashed. So that's their danger now, oddly enough, not their venom.
What's got 8 legs, sits in the middle of a spider's web, but is not a spider? Oh. Joe Brandt.
1.5 flies.
Wouldn't that be 9 legs?
No, and the half has lost a leg. Oh. It's been eaten. In theory, that is right.
Yes, it would... Why?
Don't you hate it when you try and help a spider and it resists you, and then one of its legs comes off? Just get on the paper and go, oh. And Daddy Longlegs, they're even worse.
Yeah,
you think the spider could do the 6 and the clockwise with its 2 legs?
It probably can easily. Yeah, it's laughing up its sleeve at us, if they have sleeves. 8 sleeves. It's laughing up its 8 sleeves. This does seem very bizarre. It sits in the middle of a web, has 8 legs, looks exactly like a spider, but it isn't a spider.
Is it an unlucky octopus?
A beached octopus. Well,
is it some sort of predator that wants to eat spiders? Is it one of those?
Actually, it's the reverse. It's a spider that wants to deter predators, so it creates a fake spider. There. That's made of its dead skin, it's made of leaf mould, it's made of all kinds of bits and pieces. There you can see the sort of body. You only see 4 of the legs there. It's already making a woman in the audience wet herself.
Did someone just make that?
A spider did.
Or is that real?
Spiders make them. That's the point. They make them...
Is that to scale?
Well, it's... almost in the sense that it's 5 times bigger than the actual spider. So the spider is quite small. It makes this enormous spider, and sometimes it lives in a pouch in the abdomen, and no one's quite sure why. They think it may be to deter predators because it looks too big, or that it may be to suggest to other spiders that you can't steal this web because it's occupied. But
it's like a scarecrow, really, isn't it?
Basically, yeah. Or turning your lights on in your house to get just burglars off.
Be a hobby.
Yes.
When your life is sitting in a corner of a shed eating flies, you've got to have something, haven't you?
It is in the middle of the Peruvian jungle where there are not so many sheds.
They don't even eat them, do they? They drink them because they wrap them up in their silky web, and then the prey dissolves into a fluid, and then they suck it when it's a liquid thing.
That's good eating.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah. The amazing thing is, and this is really extraordinary, is that another species of spider altogether, as far away as you can virtually get on the planet, 11,000 or so miles away, across from Peru in the Philippines, does almost exactly the same thing, and nobody knows if that's convergent evolution or whether it's it'd be a weird raft that managed to get all the way across that amount of work.
It's just God, Stephen, it's just God.
Just God. You overlooked that possibility.
Mysterious ways.
Very mysterious ways. So that's the Peruvian spider that makes huge models of itself.
Are those spiders to scale?
Because I'm telling you now, Japan are going to be all over that.
What kind of music do spiders like?
Well, I reckon they got 8 legs. They'd appreciate a one-man band. You know, that chicka chicka ching chung chung. No, they'd kind of appreciate that all-round entertainer.
Etc.
Kylie Minogue.
What is it?
Spinning around.
Oh, spinning around, very good. You could have said Andrew Lloyd Webber, I suppose.
Actually, on a similar note, might it be Cliff Richards? Because isn't his
Richards?
real name Cliff Richard, rather? I beg your pardon. Webb.
His real name's Webb.
Marty
It's all very good.
Webb.
Marty Webb. It's all just, isn't it?
But I don't
beginning
think
to-
spiders are that into puns. I think they like flies, stuff like that. Jeez. I'll tell you an interesting fact about spiders. The huntsman spider, which, well, one a little fact everyone knows doesn't actually build a web, is the only spider with lungs.
Oh, I like that.
So you can get it a birthday cake with a candle on.
Yeah.
That's a sweet thing to think of. What a nice way of thinking. What do spiders do to flies?
They wrap them up in web, like in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and...
Silk.
And then take them off, wait till they've toughened up a bit, and then they eat them.
Well, that's the other thing, is they don't eat them, they drink them.
They drink them.
Because they squirt them with acid that dissolves them into a sort of...
Flies, when they
liquid.
land on your
it's kind of
food,
soup.
they immediately vomit on it. And then they tread about on it like that, get it all mushy, and then they digest that.
That's quite rude, isn't it?
It is. They listen with their feet. Their 8
And here
feet.
you coming.
And they have a
listen with
penis
their
on their head.
Oh,
That's on the end of a little feeler. That's where their mating organ is, the males.
they're just a mess, aren't
Exactly. They're all dickheads. They have 8 eyes as well, most of them.
Spiders have 8 eyes and 8 legs.
Yes, yeah. Well, the answer to this question is it does seem to be classical music because they they did an experiment and they found that in
Who
the
are they?
university
Who are they?
University of Ohio in this instance is they or are they?
The University of all else better to do.
well, no.
Formerly the Polytechnic of all else.
So, domestic spiders were subjected to Bach, techno, I believe is some kind of modern music, and rap. For techno and rap, they built their webs as far away from the speakers as possible, and for classical music, close to it. Someone very close to me told me about a music called Tesco. Do you know about that?
No.
It's a blend of disco and techno. It's sweet. That is Tesco. And they have Tesco evenings in certain nightclubs.
Really?
That's a type of modern young person's dance music, like two-step
imagine
UK
these-
garage, for example, which is my particular favourite.
These would be nightclubs right on the edge of town. On the edge. Drive-through, plenty of parking.